and Hermit Crab by Francisco Hoyolun. Once upon a time, a group of animals lived in a forest in the Aru Islands. They live side by side in harmony and peace. However, lately, something has been troubling them, namely the pride of a group of deer who think they are the most incredible animal just because they can run fast. At that time there was no other animal that could match their speed. Day by day, their arrogance is becoming more and more. They just kept inviting other animals to race and taunt them. Over time, they also become greedy. Deer not only challenge other animals to races, but they also confiscate the homes of animals that lose the race. Finally, the other animals have no place to live. Instead, the deer became the rulers of the forest. Meanwhile, not far from the forest, on the edge of Aru Island, lived a group of hermit crabs. Their home is beautiful and the air is fresh. Although there are quite a number of hermit crabs living there, they are loyal friends. The group of deer who know the area want to dominate it. As usual, the leader of the deer intends to invite the hermit crabs to race against him. Inwardly he laughed. Isn't the hermit crabs walking very slowly? I will beat them easily, he thought. Then he met the leader of the hermit crabs named Kulomang. Unexpectedly, Kulomang accepted the challenge. Okay, if that's what you want. If you win, take our territory, answered Kulomang firmly. Actually, the deer was surprised to hear Kulomang's answer, but he laughed inside. Hi, really no self-awareness. How dare he risk his territory? We see tomorrow. The deer didn't know, even though hermit crabs walked very slowly, they had a clever mind. The next day, the head of the deer was ready at the game site. Other deer joined to cheer. Kulomang came alone, no friends accompanied him. Deer, hey, where are your friends? Hermit crab, that's not important, the important thing is to defeat me and this territory will be yours. Secretly, Kulomang has made a strategy with his friends. He actually brought 10 of his friends, but they hid to hear the rules of the game. After hearing everything, the 10 hermit crabs positioned themselves at their designated rest stops. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Run, shouted one of the deer that gave the signal. The deer ran leisurely. Did he think, why hurry? After all, sea slugs run very slowly. Kulomang ran quietly. The deer mocked him, just give up, instead of wasting your energy. You can't win. Kulomang just smiled. Then the deer galloped away from him. Imperceptibly, the deer had arrived at the first stop. He looked back and smiled. Surely the snail is still far behind. Who said I was still behind? Suddenly heard Kulomang answer. Actually, it wasn't Kulomang, but his friend who was waiting at the first stop. The deer was shocked half to death. He wondered how Kulomang could get ahead of him. Not wanting to be outdone, he ran off toward the second stop. This time he will definitely lose, mocked the deer while looking back again. But what happened? Suddenly Kulomang was walking in front of him and headed for the third stop. I'm in front of you, deer, shouted Kulomang. The deer was surprised. He ran again as fast as he could. He didn't want to lose to Kulomang. But every time he arrived at a bus stop, Kulomang was always in front of him. The deer was tired, but he kept running fast. Finally, he arrived at the last stop. His eyes widened when he saw that Kulomang was waiting for him there. Because of fatigue, the deer fell down. He was embarrassed. Especially when it turned out that the other animals also watched the game. They laughed at the deer. Hey arrogant deer, now you realize you are not the fastest animal. This slow slug is even faster than you. The deer is very shy, apparently, he is not the greatest animal. Likewise, with his friends, they are no longer arrogant. They even return territories stolen from other animals. From then on, things in the forest returned to peace as before. Of course, not a single animal would reveal Kulomang's secret to the deer. The end. The moral of the animal fairy tales. Deer and Kulomang for you is that we don't need to be arrogant even though we have strengths. An arrogant child will not be liked by his friends.